You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is. That's right, we back, baby. We got some AEW for you. We got some NXT for you. We got some WWE for you. We got everything you like right here on What the Wrestling. Stay tuned for the socials. You already know what time it is. Follow me, RJD at RJD10K. Instagram at RJ699. On Twitter at RJD199. On Snapchat at What the Wrestling. On Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. Also, follow me at What the Wrestling on Anchor and Spotify. New episode will be out today, 12/23/2021. And as always, let's go! Yes, yes, yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling, here where we talk about all things wrestling. Been gone for a minute now. I'm back with the jump off. We're going to run through Raw and SmackDown, but first we are going to focus our attention on AEW on this 40-degree day here in New York City. Yes, yes, yes. Hope everybody is enjoying the day. I am just sitting here, bald and sexy as I want to be, about to deliver this AEW Dynamite review to you. Excuse me. AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash, Part 1. Last night, 12/22/2021. The end of the year is upon us, people. New Year's is next week. Wild time flies. Christmas is in 2 days. Hopefully everybody is okay. Hopefully Santa brings you everything you want on your Christmas list. And I'm going to bring you the AEW Dynamite review. So with that being said, let's get right into it. AEW. Last night, we started off with Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole, baby. Quick side note, Jim Ross will be back next week. Shout out to Jim Ross. We want to wish him all the health in the world. We wish that he comes back healthy and he stays healthy from his battle and bout with skin cancer. Hopefully all is good and hopefully all stays good. Shout out to Jim Ross one time. Hope he comes back with all of that fire and fury that he used to have back in the day. Now, Mr. Cole and Mr. Cassidy, they battled. Fun match. Good back and forth match. Orange Cassidy didn't waste no time. And watching this match, it really lets me know how good Mr. Cassidy really is. Adam Cole is Adam Cole. We know he's great. Orange Cassidy is who he is. We know he's great. And these are two good wrestlers. And the thing about AEW is they have a lot of good wrestlers. Professional wrestlers. Guys who can work. All of these guys can work. And they're all really good. There's a certain standard and work rate that is upheld in AEW that I really love and I love to see. Let's keep up the good work, brothers. Now, so the end came where we had a super kick to Mr. Cassidy, then a Panama Sunrise. Cole placed his hands in his pocket. So Cassidy kicked out, tried to deliver the boom, but got countered with a breach break for a 2 count. Bobby Fish jumped up on the apron. And then we had the AEW Dynamite debut of Kyle O'Reilly. So he appeared while Bobby Fish had the distraction. Cassidy turned around. And then he got promptly swift kicked, elbowed, and kicked in the head. Then the boom was delivered, and that was all she wrote. So, after the match, the Undisputed Era, I mean, I could say that. I'm sure they're not going to say that on NXT. We got Undisputed chants from the crowd. The Undisputed Era beat up the Best Friends who came down to help. A confused Young Bucks came down to the ring. But this was weird because Adam Cole pushed Kyle O'Reilly. Like, he looked at him like, what are you doing here? I didn't ask you to come here. But the commentators were playing up the fact that this must be the gift that he was talking about. And then after the match, Mr. Cole left with the Undisputed Era. After they hit the high-low on, I think they hit the high-low on Cassidy. And the Young Bucks were standing in the ring looking stupid. Like,
you stupid.
They were just standing there with the stupid look on their face. So I didn't understand the angle here. I mean, I know what they were trying to do, but Adam Cole really didn't look like he knew what was going on. He was just like, hey, what's going on? Why are you here? Why are you here? If they wanted to get this over, he should have been like, hey, Kyle, what's good, baby? And then the Young Bucks looking there dumbfounded would have made more sense. But I don't know if there was a miscommunication. I don't know. But it's all good. We know the story that they're going to tell. This super clique is now going to be the Undisputed Elite, run by Adam Cole, baby, until Mr. Omega comes back. So, good opening match here. Loved it. Then we had a promo by Hangman. And he basically said he still didn't feel like he was disappointed because he went to a draw. Bryan Danielson came out and started popping his shit. And he said he's going to kick his cowboy shit head in at the next time they fight. That's basically what that was about. Then we had a Wardlow match. We did have a Wardlow match, right? Yeah, we had a Wardlow. Well, we had MJF cutting a promo. And it's an MJF promo. It was good. And after that, we had a Wardlow squash match. And then Dan Lambert popped some shit talking about the men of the year, as always. And then he said, Tony Khan asked me to do the impossible. He wanted to see if I could get Cody Rhodes cheered. How in the world could that happen? He's a bigger dick than I am. Funny shit. Then we had Tony Schiavone interviewing Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Jamie Hayter was back there. Everybody enjoying the festivities. And Britt Baker said she's going to kick Riho's ass at Battle of the Belts on January 8th. Wardlow squashed Mr. Dean, and that was all she wrote with that. Then we had a TBS Championship semifinal. Ruby Soho versus the Beast, Nyla Rose. This was a good match. Nyla Rose controlled most of it. there was a shoulder spot here, and then after the shoulder spot, which Ruby Soho sold really well, there was a knee to the shoulder, which looked nasty. I mean, in a good way. And then after that, Nyla Rose went to like the second rope, but then she got caught with Ruby Soho's. She pulled her down and got caught with the riot kick. And after that, Ruby, somehow managed to pin her with one arm, and she got the win. So she will be moving on. Smart decision. She will be moving on to the to the finals, I guess. To the quarterfinals. Good shit there. Then we had Griff Garrison versus Malachi Black himself. This was a glorified squash, which is fine. Exactly what it needed to be. Griff Garrison put up a good effort, but in the end, he was getting the shit kicked out of him with side kicks and striking and more side kicks. Then Malachi worked over his leg, and then he put him in a knee bar, got out of it, but then he kept working his leg over, put him in a one leg Boston Crab, and he tapped the fuck out. Good for him.
You stupid.
Because he got beat down. Listen, this is exactly what it needed to be. I know a lot of people saying they didn't like this. Malachi Black, they're giving him some wins. They're letting him work with the younger guys. The main event scene right now is crowded. So Malachi Black is working with these young guys right now. They're keeping him strong. He's only got one loss versus Cody. It's fine. After the main event scene gets kind of muddied a little bit, they're going to move him up and have him fight Hangman. That will be a good match. I'd love to see it. Good for them. I love Malachi Black. He's awesome. Then we had CM Punk, Darby Allin, and Sting versus MJFTR. This was one hell of a main event. About a half an hour match. It was really good. Things I took away from this match before I tell you how it ended. FTR, amazing. MJF ran away from CM Punk the whole match. At one point, he ran up the steps in the audience, came around the next corridor, and came down the steps, ran back into the ring, jumped back out of the ring, tagged out, and hid behind FTR. Funny as hell, had me laughing. Darby Allin has probably the best suicide dive in the business. Next to Rey Fenix, he has the best suicide dive. And Sting still got it, baby. Sting looked like he was about 10 years younger. Listen, I know Sting had FTR in there to work with, and FTR is really good. They can make somebody look great. But Sting is about 60-something years old, and he still moves around good. I'm sure he has his aches and pains like every other 60-year-old person. But he still looks really good in there, and they utilize him perfectly. Like, the way he no-sells shit is, like, perfect. The only other person I could think that no-sells, like, as good as Sting is maybe Tomohiro Ishii. Ishii, you hit him, and then he'll just look at you and make a face like, oh, you done fucked up. MJF chopped Sting. He just looked at him like, oh, you done fucked up.
You stupid.
It was like, hey, I'm sorry, Sting. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Man, Sting was out there like,
just bring it, bitch.
That shit was great, man. Sting is awesome. So the end came and Sting almost killed himself. Sting almost killed MJF. God damn. So basically the action broke down. FTR hit Punk with the big rig, but Sting broke it up. I thought that was the end right there. MJF then came in and he literally, instead of, swinging MJF into the ropes, he grabbed him and literally threw him over the top rope. FTR was supposed to catch him. They kind of did catch him, but he still landed almost on his head. Now, he landed, but his arm kind of broke his fall before his head could break his fall, which is great. He got his arm out at the last possible minute. And they went and checked on him immediately. So he continued the rest of the match. And right after that, Sting did a huge crossbody. And then after that, They ended up catching, I believe it was Dax Harwood. He got hit with the go to sleep, and Scorpion Death drop, and the coffin drop for the babyfaces to get the win. I'm glad MJF is okay because that spill looked nasty. But all in all, this was a very, very good show. The babyfaces stood tall. This was a good show. Sting looked fucking great. He's like one of the only things I can remember about the main event. Sting and FTR. FTR, severely underrated. WWE severely fucked up on Sting. I mean, yes, he had the great WrestleMania match. He should have won that match. He lost it, but hey, whatever. But I'm just glad Sting is, ending his career on his terms. Because the guy can work still. The way they use him is awesome still. And it's just good to see Sting, all these years later. So it's awesome. Shout out to Sting. So, real quick, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. As I run through this really, really, really fast. Monday Night Raw, MVP and Biggie, let's transition. MVP and Mr. Lashley came out to talk their shit. After that, Biggie came out and said, listen, you beat me, but you won't beat me again. And Lashley said, listen, I didn't need MVP to beat you. And then you know what? I'm not going to need MVP to beat you again. As a matter of fact, MVP can beat you too. And right after that, he said, fine, we'll do it. Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens attacked Lashley right after he was walking up to the ramp. And they beat him up, left him laying. So it's making me think, is Bobby Lashley the babyface?
Nope.
Which is crazy, because I thought he was the heel.
You stupid.
This is very weird. I don't know why they are insisting on making Bobby Lashley the biggest heel, the biggest babyface in the damn company. But they ain't booking him like a goddamn babyface. I mean, like a heel. They're booking him like a babyface. And for the love of me, I don't understand why. But decent segment, decent start. Bianca Belair fought Doudrop. Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh? Hate that name. But you know what? This is what I think of that name. Anyway, she had Doudrop. This whole match was building to Bianca Belair putting Doudrop in the KOD and hitting it successfully. No lie, the crowd was on its feet for this. I love this. This was great. Soon as she got her up, she got the crowd on their feet. Doudrop is no small woman. And Bianca Belair is strong as fuck because she got her ass up. Hit her with the KOD for the win. Respect my authority. Good stuff right here. Good stuff right here. Loved it. Finn Balor fought Austin Theory. Austin Theory tried to take a selfie when he had the match in hand, but that ended up costing him. He got hit with the coup de grace, big stomp to your chest for the loss. Afterwards, McMahon said that he loves firing people. In storyline, he said, I love firing people. And McMahon is still working on Austin Theory. Obviously, he likes Austin Theory. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with this. And that's all she wrote. Next, we have Miz TV. With Omo. After Miz TV. Excuse me. AJ Styles and Omos teased a bit of a breakup. And then after they had a match with the Mysterios, there was a breakup. Omos was supposed to tag in for AJ Styles, and I think Ray ended up rolling him up. So Ray rolled him up after Omos refused to tag in, and then he beat him up. And then Omos beat him up. So I'm glad these two are broken up. Omos was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Good stuff. I'm glad they're broken up. AJ Styles, I heard, is going to NXT because he was on NXT. Good for him. That's awesome. I'm glad. He needs something to do, and I heard they have big plans for him next year moving forward. Omos, they have big plans for him too, even though I don't think Omos is nearly as ready to be a singles competitor as they think he is. But listen, whatever. If you're gonna run with the guy and call it a fucking day. Chad Gable versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton, this was a short match, but it was a good match. Randy Orton hit him with the RKO out of nowhere, and after his trademark DDT, good stuff here. Afterwards, Mr. Chad Gable, the other half of the Alpha Academy, came in, but Randy Orton got the hell up out of there.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Good for him. Smart move. Then we had Damien Priest versus Dolph Ziggler. This was a weird match. When Damien Priest started to beat up Ziggler towards the end, got a close 2 count. Robert Roode took Priest down while the ref was distracted. But basically, Damien Priest just got really angry, and he beat up Mr. Robert Roode. He beat him up, but he got counted out in the process. So it didn't make any goddamn sense. So, like I said, I don't know. They didn't have to make this a count out, because now he looks stupid because you got yourself counted out for no reason.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
You got yourself counted out for basically being mad that somebody interfered in your match. That's kind of dumb, but you know what? It is what it is.
You lose.
Rhea Ripley versus Queen Zelina. She beat Queen Zelina in about 2 minutes.
Get over here!
Please step to the front of the congregation. We gotta talk. We gotta talk about this. This is stupid.
Hadouken!
This didn't make any sense.
You lose.
None whatsoever. Why are we still having 2-minute matches with these ladies? Why? You see, after I saw this match, I'm sitting there like,
You activated my trap card.
now it's time for me to go in. These women deserve better. They deserve better. Rhea Ripley got the win, but still, this shit was like 30 seconds long. Come on, man. Let's do better. Let them fight. God damn it.
Wow.
Let them fight.
Sure you can!
Moving on. Biggie and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. This was actually really good. The end came when Rollins got thrown out of the ring, but KO broke up the pin after a power slam. Rollins then avoided a spear by Lashley, hit Biggie by mistake. He was then able to hit Owens with a spear for the win, but this was kind of funny because right at the end when he got hit with the spear, it was like, it looked like he was late on the stomp because he gave him a stomp to the head literally right after the 3 count. So it looked like it was a little late, but this probably went as it was supposed to go. So it just looked awkward. So after the stomp, Rollins and Owens continued to beat him up, and they left Bobby Lashley and Big E laying, and the heels stood tall. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. There was some good on Monday Night Raw. But you know what? There's always some good on Monday Night Raw. Always. You know, so for the most part, it's bad. But there is some good in this show. But I for the life of me, I don't understand why they're making Bobby Lashley a babyface. He looks like the biggest babyface coming out of here. Big E looks like the biggest slouch coming out. And I don't know why they continue to do this. There's a better way to get this done, y'all. There is a better way. We can do better. We can do better. So let's do better. But let's see what happens moving forward. I don't know. I don't quite know how this is going to work out. But Biggie is not looking like a good champion right now.
Stop the cap.
I know. Don't shoot me. I'm sorry. But it's the truth. He's not, listen.
Surprise, motherfucker.
He doesn't have any meaningful wins. He's been the champ for a couple of months. He's defended the title like what, once? If any? Like, they're not booking Biggie properly. It's like WWE doesn't know how to book baby faces. They love booking heels. They can book a heel real good. But they don't know how to book baby faces. And I don't know why. So much potential. I don't think it's the end for Biggie. I think they need to switch it up a little bit. He needs a couple of big wins. He needs opponents, good opponents that he can rock with. And then they will start to be okay. But as it stands right now, this heel turn, this Biggie run is not good. So they need to fix it because Biggie is too damn good and too damn talented to be booked so badly. Because he looks like a damn heel with everybody else. And Bobby Lashley looks like the biggest goddamn babyface of all time. And I don't know why they would want to do that. So let's see what they do. So I'm going to put the NXT review up tomorrow. I'm going to leave it in a class of its own. And I'm going to talk about some news that's been going on during the week. So we're going to save NXT and the news for tomorrow. Christmas, there will be no show because it's Christmas. And I'll be back after Friday. I'll be back on Sunday. So we all good, man. We all good in the hood out here. We all good in the hood. So it's going to be all good. Listen, everybody, be safe out there. Let's get to the socials in case you missed it. I want everybody right now, please, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. I got a couple of new subscribers on the Facebook, on the YouTube. We are building the YouTube from scratch, literally from scratch. So I need everybody to go hit that like button, hit that notification bell so you know when I go live. Listen to me on Spotify and Anchor at What The Wrestling. Follow me on Facebook and YouTube, What The Wrestling. And follow me, RJD10K on Instagram, RJ699 on Twitter, and RJD199 on Snapchat. Everybody be safe out there. I am out. Peace.
Dom DeMarco.